you for being here today. I hope you're having a lovely day. I thought that I would do another reading today, just bringing to you some messages from Spirit, and we'll just see what energies are kind of at play in the collective right now and see how we can navigate them. So I have 4 decks. We're just going to jump right into it. I have some incense and a candle lit for you, and I've pre-shuffled. This incense is really strong. It's cinnamon, but it's very strong. And I'm just sipping on my coffee in my sweet mug that my parents brought me back from Egypt. I call it my Hathor mug because I'm channeling Hathor when I drink from it. First deck that I'm going to be using today is Messages from the Light meditation deck by Joyce Huntington. I have never used this deck in a reading, but it's a beautiful deck. Okay, tune in here. When I was shuffling this deck earlier, just a few minutes ago, it was very chatty and many cards kept jumping out of the deck, many messages. So let's see how it goes on camera. What messages do you have for the collective? What messages would you like to share with the collective at this moment in time? Okay, breakthrough is what I saw right off the bat. And I'm going to pull one more card with that, but there's definitely some sort of epiphany or insight, or it's April, it's springtime, Easter's coming up, it's blossoming season, it's phoenix season, it's that resurrection. There is some sort of energy of a breakthrough coming through in your life. This could be spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, some sort of breakthrough that you're going to have about something in your life. But let's get more info and let's see what we can get. Oh, Contemplation. So I'm feeling with these 2 cards coming up, Contemplation and Breakthrough, you've had a lot of time to contemplate things in your life. What's making you happy, what you are ready to release, what no longer serves you, just, reflecting on your life. And then even like with the colors on the card with red, orange, and yellow, those represent the lower 3 chakras. So this could just be saying that, in the emotions, in the past, maybe your emotions got the best of you. You have become very aware on some level of all of these intense and deep emotions that you feel. And it almost feels like the character in the card is aware of the activity and the intensity, but like they have their head down and they're just they're observing themselves. So maybe there were moments in the past few years where you felt like you were taking time out to be more mindful of yourself, to contemplate things that you had never thought about before. And with the world shutting down over the last couple of years, this is probably a general theme. I think a lot of us entered a mode of contemplation and wanting to realign ourselves with the path that is right for us. And then, what was the other card? Breakthrough. So with this contemplation is going to come, if it has not already, the breakthrough. It takes time for these roots to form, and it can be a very slow process. So although this contemplation period, maybe that was a very long period and that you're coming out of it now, and things are just getting ready to bubble up, to come to life in your world physically. Maybe you've been doing a lot of mental or inner work, like emotional work with yourself, like observing your own emotions, taking a detached perspective when you feel them running through you. And because of this, it's leading to breakthroughs, and you're realizing that you can actually cope with these emotions in a different way than you ever thought was possible. And that's a breakthrough. So that could definitely be one of the breakthroughs that Spirit is hinting at here. So with these two, I feel like I want to get one more. Breakthrough, contemplation. Oh. I love when they're so playful with me. Grace. Acceptance. Yeah. So with this like contemplation and grace, it's showing that you kind of took a time out for yourself. Maybe you distanced yourself from people around you. Maybe you were less social lately. And it's because you're in this mode of like observing how you react and how the world around you is playing out and how your emotions affect the world around you. And because of that contemplation that you did, you've been able to enter a state of inner grace. And this inner grace, it opens up, it's the same space where, you know, there's surrender and there's just acceptance, because you have so much faith that you know that you are experiencing exactly what you're experiencing for a reason. And that could have something to do with the breakthrough, is that you needed this time to yourself to contemplate, to think about what it is you truly want to bring and give to this world. Finding your purpose, and there's grace in being brave enough to find your purpose, especially in a world that tells you, no, your purpose is out there in some, you know, on some corporate ladder, when you feel in your heart that that's not the case. So this could be leading to a personal breakthrough for you, where you've accepted maybe the way everyone else does things is not the way I need to do things. Maybe that's not what works best for me. So you're finding ways to deal with your own emotions and your own mental chatter that work best for you. That is the breakthrough that is able to come through because of the grace and contemplation that you have allowed and given yourself. Beautiful. Okay, these are very interesting. I'm intrigued to see what tarot cards come up. So the next deck is going to be the Psychic Tarot. My dog's drinking water. Okay, so the next deck that I'm going to use is the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. Put that there. This is what it looks like. It's got beautiful golds on the sides. I love this deck. Okay, so we have breakthrough. I'm going to rearrange these here. Contemplation leads to grace, leads to a breakthrough. So there's a lot of space within you that you've allowed to open up. There's a lot of expansion that I'm feeling, especially with this breakthrough, like something's ready to break through the surface in your life. Maybe an idea in your mind, maybe a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling. But there's something that's just ready to come up because you've allowed the space for it to come through. Like you've cleared enough through the contemplation, through that inner grace, that now this breakthrough, this blessing and abundance can come into your life. So what other messages do you have? Psychic Tarot, what messages would you like to add to this reading for the collective? This one jumped right out. Three of Cups. It's Three of Cups. Rejoice in celebration. The vibe I'm getting off this is that there may have been something holding you back. Maybe when you were with loved ones, you couldn't fully stay true to yourself. You were always, maybe you lacked certain boundaries so that the other energies of other people were really affecting you. And I feel like you are reaching a more neutral and centered place within yourself, that now when you do attend these social gatherings and social situations, you are going to be, because of this breakthrough that you've had, you are going to be so confident and sure of yourself and your truth that it's just going to allow you to let go and have a good time without fear of judgment from others, without fear of, just thinking that you're not living up to others' expectations, or you're not being the character that they have in your mind of who you should be, because that's not why you came here. You came here to express yourself, your unique vibe to the world. We did not come here to be clones of each other. I'm absolutely positive of this. So this is really cool. This is just showing that the breakthrough that you're having is going to lead to more expansive, fun, joyous, celebratory times with loved ones. A very light card, which is great because the contemplation of the last couple of years was probably quite intense. This card also just popped up to say hi, and we have the Two of Cups. We have a spiritual union. So there could be, this could be about a relationship. Now that I have the Two of Cups here, I'm getting a whole other message, more of a love-based message. If you're in a relationship, you might resonate more with this message, but perhaps you were taking some time away from a partner or from a loved one to contemplate their presence in your life, the value that it brought, the value that you bring to this person's life, just to contemplate things to yourself. Maybe there is maybe you're trying to find yourself before you could come into union with someone. And through this breakthrough, it is clearing the space. It is allowing this spiritual union to come in. So I'm really feeling, and especially with Two Cups, like these are very emotional, watery energies. You've done a lot of emotional clearing. This is telling me this is an emotional clearing that you've experienced, not so much a mental clearing, definitely more of your emotions, of your intuition, maybe clearing negative mind chatter so that you can hear your inner voice more, so that you can express your truth confident and securely. And it was something that you wouldn't have been able to express before, even if you felt this way about the person in the connection. If you always had feelings for them, you were not in a space before to do anything about it, especially like with this Three of Cups coming up now after this breakthrough. It's showing that there's just going to be this flowing of love, if I'm putting it bluntly. So there's a spiritual union, there's some sort, and two is symbolic of like mirroring energies, could be soulmates, twin flames. So it just could show that perhaps there has been some distance and space between you and someone that you are in a connection with, but that because of the breakthrough that you've experienced, this emotional breakthrough, this deep cleansing of your inner wounds, now these watery, intuitive emotions that you feel and this loving energy that you feel can bubble up to the surface, can break through and spill over into your life, into the situations that it's required to heal them, into the connections that it's meant to heal. Beautiful. As well, both of the cards in this deck are a green border. Green is, again, a very healing color. It symbolizes your heart chakra. So lots of healing, this contemplation, grace, breakthrough. You have had a huge healing. I didn't see that initially when I pulled contemplation. This is 100% a card about healing, but it's healing and balancing those lower emotional energies, symbolized here by the three colors. That's so beautiful. We have 2 and 3. And then again, once you have this breakthrough and it allows you to express yourself to this person, you know, that will enable so many good times of celebration, joy, lots of laughter, especially with summer coming. It's a beautiful sign. The Summer of Love. That's a great song by Mark Philippi. Okay, I'm going to get one more from the Psychic Tarot. What other energy would like to present itself? That one. I'm so excited to see what one it is. I'm like, who volunteered? Ooh, 8 of Wands. That's accelerated motion. Okay. That's quick communication. So this breakthrough, that's a quick, something's coming really fast into your life. So because of the space that you've cleared within, if this isn't in connection to a relationship, just use it in whatever manner that it resonates and is true for you. It could be in regard to a personal revelation you had, or it could be just your relationship with yourself or with life. So accelerate emotion, things are just speeding up. I don't know if anyone out there watches Vanderpump Rules. I love reality TV. I think of it as like studying human emotions. I think it's so entertaining. And Sheena, one of the characters on the show, she has a tattoo on her arm that says, "It's all happening." And this is the energy that I'm getting. Like, that just popped into my head when I saw this card, this accelerated motion. Like, it's all happening. You've cleared enough space within you for something to just come full bloom, blossom, and expand into your life. Like this shooting star, this is definitely something that you've been wishing for. I see a lot of good things coming up with these energies. A lot of quick, this is also a fire sign. We are in Aries season right now. So this, and today's the 8th, the day that I film this. It's April 8th. I can't talk, but I'm excited. So maybe you'll be receiving a message today. Maybe you received a message today by the time I posted this video. Maybe you'll be receiving a message sometime soon. Stay open to it. This is just showing like communication, but really quick communication. Like communication where someone can no longer hold back how they feel, or you cannot hold back how you feel about yourself and your life and your path. There's just something that there's like inspiration and so much love flowing through you. And in whatever form you choose to direct this energy, that will be different for everyone watching. But lots of inspiration and just good things coming through. I'm really liking the vibe of this. And then again, another thing, it's like she's looking up at that North Star. She's like, guide me. Like maybe that's the contemplation. Maybe that's part of the revelation, the grace that you have now opened up within yourself, is realizing that like you are guided and you are safe and in knowing that truth and knowing that you are guided, and you don't need to worry anymore. You can release your worries now. And when you release those worries, so many more things can come in without obstacles because you're now open to receiving them. Just like you have to sometimes step back and let the universe work its magic. Oftentimes we don't follow through because the universe doesn't meet our own timeline, and we give up just before the gift is delivered, let's say, to our door. I think it's Steve Harvey that I heard say that, the guy that does Family Feud, where he's like, most people give up before they get the gift. People will give up on that dream because it hasn't happened yet. It requires a lot of patience to follow through on your own dreams. So this is kind of showing that you have been patient. You have been very, very patient. And now things can start accelerating and speeding up. Very cool. The next deck that I'm going to use is the Gilded Tarot. This is the first tarot deck I ever purchased. It's like a learner's deck, but I love it. It's a beautiful deck. So, Gilded Tarot, can you please tell me what message you would like to add? One came out already, okay. The 8 of Wands again. So we have 2 8 of Wands. Like, that's why I must have felt guided to do a message today, or to do a reading today, because something is coming in quick and fast. Double 8. Also, 8 is a very spiritual number, and 8 is the number of strength in the tarot, which is the card for like patience and inner strength and resilience. So you have bounced back from something. Your decision to rise above is going to allow so much to come into your life in the form of communication, blessings, opportunities, whatever it may be, a confession from someone, someone offering forgiveness, or just whatever it is in your life that you've been waiting for. And again, number 8 is symbolic of that like infinity symbol, to infinity and beyond. So it's like now that you are aligned on your path and you know that this is the way, like follow the North Star, follow that North Star in your heart, that lighthouse, nothing will stop these blessings from coming in. Nothing. And I can say that with absolute confidence because it came out twice. Okay? Double confirmation. Gilded Tarot. What other energy should the collective expect with this reading? This one's like poking out at me. King of Cups. King of Cups. is a very logical, but also emotionally intuitive energy. Like there's been a good balance. This person is emotionally mature. So if this is the energy that you're in right now, if this is what this reading is telling me, that you are in the King of Cups energy, you have matured a lot emotionally over the last few years, months, in this state of contemplation and inner grace, and just sitting with yourself and your own feelings and accepting them and giving them a safe space to exist within you. You have reached this throne of the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a very loving, unconditionally loving energy, but also very like in their logical and rational mind, but not so much that it overshadows their intuitive mind or that they shut their intuitive mind off. They're in balance. They're in perfect harmony with themselves. So this is the state, the energy that you're in right now. And I feel like this is why you are in that receptive state to either give blessings or receive blessings. So whether you're expecting communication from someone, or whether these 8 of Wands is saying that you are going to be the one feeling confident enough to reach out, take it however it resonates, but it's showing that this King of Cups is very confident in himself, in his emotions now. I'm just going with the energy on the card. If you are a female watching this, that's fine. A lot of inner strength, emotional resiliency that this king has learned. And the universe is ready to reward you for that inner growth. That's what it does. That's what life does. When we do the inner work, we are rewarded. He's such a kind king. Like he's got this loving, graceful, playful look on his face. I don't know if you can really see, but kind of the smirk, like because he's so in tune with his intuitive side and his rational side, he's just found that perfect balance. He knows how to stay neutral. He knows how to not let his emotions get the best of him, or you know how not to let your emotions get the best of you now. And because of that, all of this excitement and activity is ready to come in. It actually needed to wait for you to reach this level of emotional maturity before it could come in, essentially. That's what it's telling me. Let's get one more energy. No, it's way too many. One more for the Gilded Tarot. One more energy for the collective in this reading. Another card would like to come out. It's telling me to shuffle it one more time. When I say that, it tells me to shuffle it. It sends me a thought saying shuffle. Or I just feel like I need to shuffle it. There we go. Page of Wands. This energy has you feeling really playful. It could be flirty. It's giving you like new life. It's giving you a sense of power that you're not used to having, but emotional power. Like being so in tune with your own emotions that it's causing this excitement to like bubble up within you, because you're like, wait, I can actually live my life from a more stable, centered way of being now. I don't have to react to every single situation that comes up in my life. I can, detach and stand back and take a graceful approach to accepting and understanding the situation. Like what? But that's what the Page of Wands energy is kind of telling me. It's funny that the Page of Wands is coming up because we're in Aries season, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So it's often known as the baby of the zodiac. And Aries energy can often be a very competitive, brash. They may think or act without thinking first. And I'm Aries ascendant, so I have a lot of love for Aries in my heart. And Aries energy just shines through me because of that. So I first thought that that was a bad thing. That was why my energy was really intense. But it's actually just that way because that's what I need to fulfill my purpose in life. I need this energy in my life to fulfill my purpose. So I need to embody this aspect with grace. So this could be saying the same thing for you. Like you have reached such a place of embodiment within yourself. You're starting to really feel secure and safe in yourself, in your own skin. And it's just creating excitement, inspiration flowing through you, feelings. You're in touch with your feelings again, with that fiery, passionate side of yourself. Maybe a side that has been dormant for a while, but the Page of Wands is here to ignite it. And then again, also with this spiritual union and the Page of Cups, that's showing a very flirty, fun energy, something new, like just an energy of something feeling fresh. So maybe if there is a union that you were taking space from, you'll be going back to this union with a new perspective, a refreshed perspective, just feeling rejuvenated and ready to learn and grow in this connection together. Okay. Now we're going to finish off the reading with the Enchanted Map Oracle. This is by Colette Baron Reed. We'll get a few cards to close off the reading here. One looked like it wanted to jump out, but it stayed in. Spirit, which card would like to add to the energies here? Wait, I'm going to move that there. Okay. Mountain. Two cards came out. So we have Mountain number 6. Yeah, you've been climbing the mountain of emotion that you've buried deep within you over the past few years, over the past few months, however long it's taken you to clear these energies from your life. You've been searching for that light. You know, you are just about to reach the top of that mountain to get that breakthrough, that epiphany, if you haven't already. But it's showing that it's been a long journey. It's been a very long journey into the mouth of this cave or mountain here, into your inner waters, like a miner excavating a gold mine, you mining for truth inside yourself. This is what the mountain is telling me. And because of you being able to do this consciously with yourself now, you've reached the top of the mountain, essentially, the summit. Now, they often say that the summit is like, it's the peak. It's the reason that you climbed the mountain, to get to that peak. Now, when you reach that peak, where am I going with this? I don't know where I'm going with this, but Spirit's channeling a message through me right now. When you get to that peak, you think that that peak is it. That's it. That's as good as it's going to get. Nothing will ever get better than that peak. But you have to go down the mountain. You have to go back down the mountain at some point. And so I think that this card, what this card's trying to tell me right now, is that once you've reached that peak of the mountain, that truth, your truth, once you found your inner lighthouse and you feel safe in that inner lighthouse, now you have the tools that you need to descend that mountain and go back into the lower unconscious energies with sustenance and faith and truth on your side. And that gives you that King of Cups energy, that being able to balance, you know, the struggle with the reward and being able to see the fruits of both, because they're both beautiful blessings in our lives. Struggle is often a gift in our life. We struggle to learn lessons. Number 6 is also a number of like soulmates, like in the Lovers. This is the tarot. Number 6 would be the Lovers card. I cannot talk today. What's going on? I haven't even talked yet. Yeah, and again, I think the energy that I'm seeing is just this like ancient soul. And I feel like you are an old soul. I feel like you've maybe had many lives, many chances to do exactly what it is you're doing now. Maybe your prior lives have prepped you for what it is you're going through right now. All I know is that you've reached some sort of peak in your life. And if you haven't reached it, if you're still on the way up to this peak, I want you to see that like the light's there, it's shining down on you, and you will get to the top. You will get there eventually. And when you do, it will have been worth everything that you have gone through. I promise. promise. I know because I've been there. Okay. Number 36. I have another 6. 36. I'm also seeing the number 23. 28 might also be a number that resonates with someone. 26. 36. Okay. Commitment. So I honestly just feel like you needed some time to yourself. And you needed to go through certain emotions and feelings so that you could understand them, recognize them, acknowledge them, and let them go. And in doing that, it enables you to come to a place now where you feel more ready for commitment with the right person. This is not to say that you're just ready to go out there and commit to any old Joe Schmo. This is you knowing your worth. Look at that star, like you're handing your truth, your worth to someone. And they, in response, are acknowledging and receiving that star, acknowledging that light in you. So this is showing that you now understand you are worthy of a commitment that is full of light and of a connection that is full of light. And maybe it's this trek up the mountain that had to show you that, or that had to clear that way for you. And maybe commitment is something that you were always scared of. And now it doesn't scare you so much if you're envisioning it with the right person. Or this could also be saying, perhaps you've been single and you've had a fear of, I'm going to be single and alone forever. And this is showing me like a connection, a commitment to yourself. You know, maybe we're not here to give our love to one other person for our entire life. Maybe we are here, or we were intended to be here to love ourselves and share that love with the whole world, with all of humanity. Commitment in some form. It could be for yourself. It could be towards your own healing, towards setting boundaries in certain connections, or allowing aligned energies to come into your life so that you can have a happy, committed connection with someone when the time is right. As the birds chirp away in the background, we'll get one more card from the map, the Enchanted Map Oracle. Beautiful energies. Oh, also I just noticed on this card and this card, there's circles, like there's yellow orbs and circles. So maybe, that just caught my eye, maybe you're seeing orbs or flashes of light in your peripheral vision. Peripheral? Did I say that right? Yeah, I don't know why the orbs caught my light. Maybe you're seeing orbs in photos that you're posting or photos that you're taking. Maybe you're feeling energies around you that don't feel like your own, but they feel very sacred. You feel protected with these energies. These could be your guides telling you that they're here, that they're with you. They're guiding this connection, definitely. They're guiding you to times of laughter, joy, celebration. I mean, our guides want us to have so much fun. Our guides love when we are spreading joy. Our guides love when we are in joy, when we are laughing. And that's when they make themselves more known to us. When you're in a very low vibration, our guides can't get through to us because they cannot connect to that vibration. We vibrationally have to be in a vibration to be able to meet them energetically. And that's how they can come in. So I'm feeling like with all this clearing and healing that you've been doing, you're now at a place where you might even start to receive more signs from your guides and just feel their presence more in your life. Hold on, 5 million cards just popped out. We're gonna get one more. But yeah, just feeling their presence more in your life. And then again, okay, I saw you come out. Yeah, 2 cards. 2 cards. Falling apart here. Hold on. What was the other message I was just gonna say before that card flipped out? Oh, because of this, that's making me think that like they're sending you signs, synchronicities, a lot of synchronicities. Oh, accelerated motion could also be talking about your guides communicating with you quick and fast and multiple times a day now. And the more you pick up on them when they're doing that, when they're sending you messages or communicating with you through your physical environment or through your mind, the more you clear space and the more they will communicate with you. Okay, so the 2 cards that came out, we have 5 goblins. Number 5 is a time of transformation. Goblins could be talking about the skeletons in your closet, which have been healed. And one thing I want to mention is that when you heal these aspects of yourself, they don't go away forever. They're still there. They're still within you somewhere. They're still a part of you, but they're no longer a disowned part of you. They're now an acknowledged and accepted and loved part of you. And so they don't come up to create and wreak havoc and create like chaos in your life anymore. They're there to support you or to give you messages from someone else's perspective who is still possibly perceiving life through the lens of a certain skeleton or goblin. This has been a journey of overcoming your demons, of sitting in solitude with yourself, with your own mind. I think a lot of us were in this energy. I'm like holding my arm up. I think a lot of us were in this energy over the last couple years, having to face our demons every day. You know, if you're depressed and the whole world was shut down, you couldn't do anything. Every single day when we woke up, we had to face that feeling that we were in. And it looks like you faced those feelings and you fought for freedom. You fought for inner freedom, for emotional freedom. And I feel like this is a note, like this is a message coming out from your shadow, from your skeletons in your closet to be like, thank you for healing us and thank you for taking the time to acknowledge our presence without hating us or letting our energies misdirect you. Because honestly, what these energies are in our life are teachers. These are assignments that we are on. These are teachers and guides that come into our life to teach us lessons. When we're done with the lesson, they remove their presence from our life. It is that simple. Of course, they don't tell you this in school. Okay, now, if you are at all concerned about, well, how's this all going to come through? Like, what do I got to do for these blessings to start coming in? You don't need to do anything. Spirit says you just need to ride the wave. April 14 could also be significant. But yeah, like especially with the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Cups here, ride these emotions, like go with the flow of life. Every day when you wake up, you are exactly where you are meant to be. This is telling you act on moments of inspiration, act on moments of creativity. Now, here's the thing. When you receive an inspiring thought or you're just really inspired by something and it gets your creative juices flowing, if you don't act on it, usually right away, it goes away. It goes away and you didn't catch that wave. That's okay. Ride the wave though. That's what it's saying. Ride the wave. If you are feeling really down one day and then all of a sudden you get this urge to just start like writing in your journal, or you get a thought that really inspires you, write that thought down and just, that's it. That's all you have to do. You can keep writing or you can just write that thought down. Then through writing down that thought, you might be inspired to take another step or to do something else. And that's how Spirit talks to you. But if you don't ride the waves that Spirit is sending you, the waves of energy, these could be waves that are perceived as not so fun or waves that are like the ride of a lifetime. Whatever it is, ride the waves with grace, with acceptance, and nothing will stop these blessings and miracles and just good things from coming into your life. Because this is what you're meant to be here for. You're meant to be here to experience love and joy and amazing things. You're not here to suffer. If you believe that you're here to suffer, you need to change that belief. I can help you. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. So there's been a lot of healing. There's been a deep emotional cleansing that enabled a breakthrough so that new energies and emotions could flow through you and flow into your life, healing your physical world as well. Because it's been such a long journey that you've been on. You've healed so many of your shadows from your past traumas. Spirit is now committed to you as you are committed to Spirit, as you have proven to Spirit And they're ready to send you in just tidal waves of blessings. So ride the waves, peeps. Ride the waves. Also, if you want to do, let's ask a question to my magic eight ball. So why not? So ask a question and I'll tell you what it says. Okay, so think of your question right now. Do you have your question? Okay, your answer is, wait, now I want to ask a question. Okay. The answer is, cannot predict now. That's how it goes sometimes. But honestly, sometimes the gift is in like the surprise. Like the surprise is the best part sometimes. You don't want to know all of life's secrets because then there's nothing to be shocked and surprised and awed and inspired about. So anyway, is my reading for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Love and light. Bye, Starlit Souls. My coffee got cold because I talked too much.